Hello everyone, welcome to another video. We are going to take a look at round 7 of the FIA Manufacturers Exhibition Season 2019, where we are in Group 3 cars for 12 laps of Autodrome Lago Maggiore GP 2, the reverse circuit. We have fuel at times 2, tyre wear at times 9, and we only have the choice of the race medium tyre for this one, so no tyre requirement. And that obviously limits the strategies just a little bit. So moving on to take a look at some strategies. Now they say just rule out the non-stop for this one. The tyre wear is too severe to make the non-stop a viable strategy. By lap 4 you're starting to lose the tyres, so there's just no way where that can be a competitive strategy. So it simply boils down to a 1-stop and a 2-stop strategy, with quite a short pit lane and stop duration. The 2-stop certainly is an option for this one, but we are looking at the 1-stop first. We are in Aston Martin Vanquish V12 for this one. Not a car renowned for its tyre wear, but I like to sort of use different cars in this series of videos, just so that I get a feel for the car for one, and secondly maybe somebody watching will be using this car for this round, so it's going to be doubly pertinent to them. So we join the coverage here around about 3/4 of the way through the first lap. For this one we have the brake balance set to, I believe it's +2 on the Aston Martin. We did do about 3-4 warm-up laps just to get a feel for the circuit, and just to find out how the tyre wear developed on the car, and +2 seemed to be quite good for this car in terms of getting the tyres to wear evenly. So that's the first lap completed there. We're just going to jump forward a little bit to the end of our second lap. You can see we've done a 158.6, optimal of a 158.5. So a good opening lap. Tyres holding up nicely from that first lap. But I would suggest that when you're doing your qualifying to nurse the tyres on that outlap, because you do suffer some tyre wear, and you'll certainly not get the best out of the tyres if you hammer the outlap. So nurse the outlap and have the tyres as their absolute maximum for that flying lap. Obviously you need to get some temperature in them in the last bit of the lap, just so that you're not going into turn 1 with cold tyres. But definitely one of these tracks you're going to have to nurse the tyres in qualifying to get the max out of them. Okay, we are coming to the end of lap 6 here, the halfway stage for the race, and we're going to pit. Going to take on a new set of medium tyres. A good opportunity to talk about fuel. No fuel saving required. There's absolutely an abundance of fuel, to the extent where it's probably going to be a disadvantage to have a car that's good on fuel naturally. If your sort of car can save, just naturally saves about 10% of fuel over the course of the race, then that's just 10 kilograms of weight you're carrying around for no advantage whatsoever. So cars that are good at burning fuel, certainly going to be an advantage in this one, albeit small. So we've seen the pit stop there, very quick pit stop. The in lap there only 4.5 seconds off for normal lap, and then the out lap a good bit quicker. So literally the pit stop loss here coming in at about the 4-second mark, maybe even a little bit less. It's quite hard to work out on your own just because of the tyre wear, but certainly around about the 4-second region, which is why the 1-stop and the 2-stop are both viable strategies for this one. We will take a look at the 2-stop a little bit later on in the video. So jumping forward all the way to the end of the last lap, there's no need to take a look at anything else. you probably want to be trying, you don't want to be sort of absolutely mashing your tyres in this one. You don't want to kill them too early. You are sort of, by the end of the stints, struggling for tyres. So any kind of little bit of tyre management you can do is going to be beneficial over the last couple of laps. Here we are, coming across the line. That last lap, pretty poor. I don't think we actually raced it very well, but we're also slightly compromised by the AI car at the end. But the finishing time for the one stop in the Aston Martin, 23:56.4. So moving quickly on to the two-stop strategy. For this one, we're just going to stop at the end of lap 4 and the end of lap 8. The advantage of this being that obviously we have fresher tyres for much more of the race, or tyres in better condition for much more of the race, but we lose that time in the pit stop. Now, as you mentioned, the pit stop only 4 seconds, so there is a chance that the freshness of the tyres could outweigh that pit stop loss. So let's see if that is the case here. My suspicions were that the one stop would prove to be quicker than the two stop, and when we did this run, we were doing the two stop immediately after we did the one stop, so we are definitely more in tune with the car and track. So the two stop is getting the best possible chance here of beating the one stop for that reason. So again, we just see how quick the pit stop is there. The stop duration 3.8 seconds, and we're only in the pits for a fraction over 10 seconds. So out we come. Quite a tricky little pit exit there. You're coming into a turn straight away, quite a critical turn on cold tyres, so be very careful there. It's quite easy to understeer out onto the grass on that first turn there as you come out the pits. So straight forward into the second pit stop. Again, 3.8 seconds for the stop duration and a little over 10 seconds for the pit time. But you can see the in laps there, only 4 seconds, 5 seconds slower than a normal lap, and the normal lap actually, the out lap coming in just a little bit quicker than a normal lap. So as I said, comes in about 4 seconds for that pit loss. So we jump forward on board for the last lap in this two-stop run. You can see our fastest lap progressively getting quicker and quicker. Although that fastest lap there on lap 10, not a brilliant one. We should be doing something in the 57s at that point. We made a mistake in the first sector of that lap. So it will be interesting to see whether this two-stop run is going to prove quicker than the one-stop run. Now there is a little clue on the screen there, in that we have caught the AI car a little bit sooner than we did on the one-stop run. Now, presuming the AI has ran at pretty much the same speed, that is certainly a clue that suggests that we are up on the one-stop time here at the moment. And given we're on better tyres at this stage in the race, we should be able to gain a little bit over this last lap as well. So through the S's we come. And you're going to see us do an absolute dive bomb on the AI car here. I didn't want to get stuck behind them on the exit there, because it would block us and just cost us a lot more time. So we've lost a little bit of time just passing the AI car there, but certainly not anything significant. Into this blind left-hander here. Very tricky corner, this one. The car tends to understeer quite badly on the exit as well, so be careful of that. And then into the double hairpin. Well, not quite a double hairpin, this is our 90-degree corner here, but two very slow corners where traction is very important to get out that last corner with a lot of traction. And over the line we come, and the finishing time is going to pop up here, and it's a 23:53.9. So a few seconds quicker than the one stop there, which did surprise me at the time, I have to say. So let's take a look at an MR car here. We are in our old favourite, the Citroen. Now, this is a handling circuit, so the MR cars are pretty handy around this one. But and they do handle quite differently. The difference in handle between the MR cars and the FR cars is quite pronounced. The FR cars are a lot more stable. When you sort of suffer that tyre wear, it tends to be on the front. So as the stint goes on, you start to exhibit a little bit of understeer, but the rear remains stable, which makes the driving experience a lot more comfortable. Whereas in the MR cars, it's the rear tyres that are starting to go. So you've got to run that brake balance all the way to the front to try and protect the rear tyres. And this is a one-stop run here in the Citroen, and as you get to the sort of laps 5 and 6 of each stint, that back end starts to get sketchier and sketchier. There's a few particular corners where it's very noticeable compared to the FR cars, just how much you're holding on and trying to stop the car from spinning out. This corner we are approaching here in particular, guilty for this. It's a very, very difficult corner in an MR car. You're braking, you're turning, and the rear tyres just do not like it. They don't like it when they're brand new, and they particularly don't like it when they're worn. We're on the last lap here, so the worst possible scenario for an MR car at that point. We're laps 6 on the stint. So given what we've just been talking about there between the differences in FR and MR cars, my tip to watch for this race is going to be the Porsche 911. The Porsche obviously has the handling of an MR car, but it's very stable, much like an FR car. Throw in that it's pretty handy tyre wear, and I think it certainly will be one of the contenders for the victory in this race. And we've seen in the World Tour when they did the final race here just how strong it was in that race. So the finishing time there for the Citroen is a 23:54.1. That's only a couple of tenths slower than the two-stop run that the Aston Martin did. It'll be interesting. I'm going to actually do a run, a couple of two-stop runs in the Citroen to see if it proves to be faster. Going by the evidence of the Aston Martin, it should be. I did think the one-stop would be stronger, but it seems that in clean air, the two-stopper is quicker. But put the emphasis there on clear air. Obviously, unless you're running at the very front and from pole position, you don't get to run in clear air. And so where you qualify is going to have quite an impact on what strategy you choose to go for. I think if you're running out at the front, maybe in the first, the top 3, 4, 5 cars, you're maybe going to lean towards the one-stop just purely from a safety perspective, because you're not going to find yourself in traffic in the same sort of way. But obviously, it's only going to come down to qualifying. If you qualify at the back, you may want to throw the dice and go for the two-stopper. It could be in the mid-pack where you find yourself in a group of cars that just wants to fight every corner and it's just costing you lap time ham over fist. You may want to dive into the pits come lap 4, maybe even lap 3, try to find a little bit of clean air and get out of the way. Put some quick laps in, get ahead of the squabbling, and then see what you can do in the third and final stint when you're on better tyres. You're obviously going to have to do some overtaking to maybe get back up to where you were. Given the severity of the tyre wear, I don't think passing will be that difficult if you're on tyres 2-3 laps fresher. So certainly options for the strategy in this one. Difficult to recommend an optimal one. As I said, I think the circumstances of your qualifying, where you start, and what happens over the first 3-4 laps is going to sort of help make that decision for you. So if you've made it to this part of the video, we're just going to end it there. Only thing left to do is say thank you very much for watching. I'm going to try and get a Nations strategy guide up tomorrow. That's looking like an interesting one as well. As I said, you've made it to here. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you on the next one. Goodbye.